Greetings, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. It is Monday, so it is Monday Mantra time. And this is part 3 of the series, which is Building Your Brand. And first things first, of course, one must always have espresso. Or in my case, a double. So, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Building your brand is something that I'm incredibly passionate about, and it's something that I think that, you know, over the years we've done pretty successfully over at PLG, and when I was an agent I did this as well. So I'm going to go over 6 key components to building your brand, and these are some of the most important facets when you're trying to establish that. Naturally, this is aimed at real estate, but this applies to any business. When one is entering a business that is so saturated and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people doing it, how does one break in? How do you build a brand so that you aren't just the same as everyone else? Now, this really applies to the more entrepreneurial real estate people that are watching this. So if you're really comfortable behind a big box brand and you have no interest in being entrepreneurial or different, then this segment doesn't really apply to you, and you might as well switch off, because this is for people who want to not blend in. This is for people who want to be different. And I want to go over some of the steps. The other episodes that I've done are in conjunction with this, so feel free to fly through the Facebook feed and find the other episodes. Okay, I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as I possibly can. So number 1 is define your brand. Who are you? Now that's very easy to go, well, what do you mean define my brand? I'm a real estate agent. But are you a real estate agent who's formerly in the entertainment industry? Are you a real estate agent that's formerly an athlete? Are you a real estate agent that's from Moscow? Are you a real estate agent that's from San Paulo? There are all these different facets and niches that we can exploit to connect with a database that already has a much higher potential of liking and trusting us, because we've got commonalities. So number 1 is define your brand. Do you specialize? I'm going to go through these again. Do you specialize in musicians? Do you specialize in beach properties? Do you specialize in multifamily? Do you specialize in athletes? Etc., etc. Do you specialize in restaurateurs or people to do with the food industry, medical industry? It's endless. Knowing your brand and proclaiming it is something that I believe really propelled Cindy and I in our real estate career, because we put it out there. We were like, hey, we're the music people. And so we attracted a ton of music people, and then the music people just referred us out. So I think there's a common fear in commerce and in real estate and in all industries that we have to kind of please everybody all the time. Well, fuck that. We don't have to please everybody all the time at all. Run at a niche, know your niche, go for it, and then you're going to start with people that already want to associate with you. For me, it's a no freaking brainer. Why we try and find strangers and find people that we've got absolutely nothing in common with, I've always found incredibly baffling. So define your brand. Who are you, right? Once you have that in your head, then how do we get that out into the world? We then have to have evidence of our brand. For example, let's just say you are a real estate agent that tends to work in fitness, right? You can't have your Facebook page full of you eating Pizza Hut pizza, or going down Fuddruckers, or having like a big ice cream full of like calories and chocolate sauce and all of this stuff. I mean, you can have it. I just wouldn't necessarily be posting it, because we need to be believable. We need to be authentic. So let's use, I'm going to use myself as an example. Music. I came from the music field, so I had lots of evidence, a trail of breadcrumbs, as I said in my words earlier. I had a trail of breadcrumbs of me hanging out with musicians, of me going to concerts, of me being in recording studios, etc., etc., etc. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, Fuddruckers, that is a throwback. So, if we're running at a genre, we need to provide evidence of it. Maybe it's multifamily, maybe it's big businesses. Whatever it is, we need to provide evidence. And then, this to me is the most important ingredient of business, period. Real estate, freaking taxi driving, astronaut, whatever the hell it is. Number 3, you must be yourself. I have come across so many people, not so much in music, but in the real estate industry, that feel like they have to have this kind of suited and booted, kind of like tightly wound appearance, when in fact they're not that person. And I can see the authentic, genuine person inside. Again, and this is, I'm not bashing anyone here. This is definitely all of these rants lean much more towards the entrepreneurial real estate agent or entrepreneur, period. I want to see who you are as a person. I don't want to see you behind a veneer. I don't want to see, well, I'm with such and such company and we've been around for such and such. I don't give a shit. I want to hear what you're about. I don't care if you've been in the business for 10 minutes. If you can make me feel comfortable and secure, if you can make me trust you, if you can make me feel like you got my back, then guess what? You got my business. I don't give a toss who you're with. Now, that's just my opinion. And I think the world is shifting from big box to more entrepreneurial in front of our eyes. Now, I see it very clearly. Perhaps I'm bonkers, but I see it every day in every facet. Let me just look at my notes here. Number 4, we talked about this last week. Again, none of these can exist without the other. It's great that you've defined your brand. It's great that you now have evidence of your brand. And it's great that you're being yourself. What is the number 1? What is the gasoline to run the engine? Consistency. 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 If you go on the PLG sites and my personal sites, you're going to see a constant theme over and over and over and over and over again. Now, even before PLG, you're going to see a constant theme over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Gary V, who I love, over and 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 over again, to the point of ad nauseum. But you know what? You know who he is, and you know who I am, you know who PLG is, and so if the public know who you are, your potential client base know who you are, and they think of you and they go, oh yeah, that's the dude that used to be an ex-pro soccer player, now he's doing real estate. You know what? I'm gonna hang out with that dude. It can't just be, well, he works at this company that's been around for a few hundred years. Who cares? Nobody cares. Number 5, and this again is leaning much more towards the entrepreneur and the people that want to stand out. What happens when we don't blend in? When our marketing looks individualized? When our online presence looks individualized? It isn't just the same template for every agent in every part of the company. Not that there's anything wrong with that for those guys that like that. This is towards the entrepreneurial agent. What happens when we don't blend in, people? We stand out. When we don't blend in, we stand out. So now that you have defined your brand and you have evidence of your brand, you're 100% yourself and you're consistent, now you need to have your brand permeate in every facet of your business. Sit down and design a logo. There are a million websites now where you can get cool logos. Take the time, become individualized. I promise you, it is gonna pay off. If you stand out and make yourself the brand, you build more business. It is that simple. Number 6. I'm going to save the last one on the list till next week. Number 6 is this. Once we are then putting ourselves out there through social media and other avenues, I see this happen all the time. People post stuff, there are comments, and nobody engages. They're just left to rot. So what happens to those people who are interested in you that don't get a response? Maybe you don't have the right apps on your phone. Maybe you're just not checking. Maybe you think emails and texts come before social media. They all are equally important in my book. Be engaging when it's just, imagine this. You're a real estate agent. You get a phone call from a seller saying, "Hey, Pete, I think I want to sell my house." You are going to drop everything. Even if it's your kid's birthday, you're probably going to leave the party, take the listing appointment, and then see if you can capture the listing. It's the same thing with all other formats of contact. If people are engaging with you through social media, respond quickly. Because guess what? If you don't respond quickly, they're going to hit someone else up. It's treat all contacts as if they were a phone call. Wow. I think I need to lie down. Let me bang through this again one more time. Number 1, define your brand. Who are you as a brand? Number 2, have evidence of that brand once you have defined it. Number 3, be 100% authentic. Be yourself. Number 4, consistency. Post, 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 post. Number 5, what happens when you don't blend in? You stand out. And so many other companies, everybody just blends in. Everybody looks the same to me. I don't know who does what. It all looks the same. When you don't blend in, you stand out. And lastly, be engaging. Treat every contact as a potential deal. Even if it's just someone going, "Hey, cool post." You never know. Expanding your database, extending people that you know through all sorts of contact can only mean that this is going to increase your production as a real estate agent or as a butcher, a baker, or a candlestick maker. It doesn't matter. This philosophy fits everything. Okay, that is it for another Monday Mantra. Rock on, my people, rock on! I'd like to give special thanks to Espresso, and I'm incredibly pumped for another freaking mental week. I will look forward to seeing you all again on the Mantra. Until then, peace out, my people. Peace out.